day, Internet, and welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host for the evening. My name is Advocate of Wordz, and happy Monday to everyone. Where are the beautiful faces? There, I'm seeing the beautiful faces. We have a lot of people on our open mic list tonight that has either never performed or they haven't performed in a long time. I'm super excited about it. And we have a full open mic list. So let us get right to it. We have been doing this for 128 weeks in a row. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. If you'd like to see any of our past Monday night online open mics or any of our other online open mics or events that we have streamed, you can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. And if you happen to be watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, or on Twitter, you can join us on Zoom. The number's on the bottom of the screen, 279-995-364. We'd like to thank the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust for sponsoring our free online events. You too can help us with a tax-deductible donation by going to nuyeurekan.org/contribute or hitting us on the Cash App, $ New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Tonight's theme, new chapter. Not first chapter, new chapter. Keep the story going. Of course, poets can flip that meaning however they want. And poets, if you have signed up for tonight and you are on our open mic list, but your poem is not within that theme, it's totally okay. You can still rock your poem. You're more than welcome to share. As you can see, next week is my house. That is the theme. That's not where we're hosting the open mic. That's what the theme is. My house. Of course, you can flip it any way you want. The weekend after that is family. And then the week after that is going to be my girlfriend's favorite theme that we've ever done in the Monday Night Online Open Mic. And that is National Boyfriend Day, and so on and so forth. All of this information can be found on my Instagram and Twitter at Advocate of Wordz. When you spell words, that's with a Z, because poetic license. Also got a YouTube, some interesting things on there. You might want to spend some time checking it out. Okay, let us get into the rules. Poets, when you are performing, please turn your camera on. We want to see your beautiful face. We want to see how expressive you are when you are sharing your words with us. And we want to make sure that you have cleaned up your room. So make sure that you turn your camera on when you are about to perform, because we are looking to simulate an in-person open mic as much as possible. As well, have your poems ready. I've got a full list tonight, and I want to get to everyone in a timely manner. I love hanging out with all of you, but I also know, like, some of the people who are number 24 and 25 are like, I need to do things tomorrow. So I want to get to everyone in a timely manner. So please have your poem ready. If you're going analog style, have your paper out or have your book turned to the poem. If you're going to read it off of a digital device, make sure the file is open right now so that we don't waste any time with that. As well, poets, you got 3 minutes to perform, not 3 minutes and 15 seconds, 3 minutes to perform, and you got 30 seconds for an intro. Be real quick. We do not want your life story. We don't want an explanation of the poem. We want the poem. So in that intro, quickly let us know where you can find, where people can find you online. I know we got a lot of poets in our community who have their hands in a lot of cookie jars and they're doing a bunch of things. So I'm really big on people giving out their social media handles if they have social media, so we can build community and you can let everyone know what you are doing. In terms of censorship, put the kids to bed. Folks, listen, some of my poets are going to use mommy and daddy language, wink, wink. And some of my poets, on a more serious note, are going to share things that are incredibly vulnerable and could possibly be triggering. So the founders of the New Eurekan Poets Cafe were big on giving people a space for their truth. So we have no censorship. People are going to speak their truth. They're going to give you all kinds of images tonight. They're going to give you all types of words. So thou has been warned. As well, after our poets do all of that, after they have literally and figuratively cut open the main artery in their soul and put it into their poems and shared it with us, you are going to see this pop up on your screen. The host would like you to unmute. In turn, you would click that blue button, unmute yourself, and be incredibly loud and shower our poets with a lot of energy and a lot of love, because it's not easy sharing your poetry on stage, and it's definitely not easy sharing your poetry on Zoom either. Now, my sign-up list is closed. Sign-ups begin 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you would visit nuyorican.org and click Full Events Calendar. After that, you would click the date you're signing up for. So next week would be the 19th. Oh my God, we are almost at September 19th already. The day is going, the year is going by so quick. So you would click on September 19th, and then you would order an artist RSVP ticket, which will place you on the open mic list. It's the only way to get onto the open mic list, and the artist RSVP option doesn't open up until 24 hours before the show, which is Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Later on, I want to talk to you about the Wednesday Night Poetry Slam that is here at the cafe. And later on, I would like to talk about the workshop series we got going on. Let's write a book of poems. But right now, I'd like to talk to you about this list of poets that we've got tonight. Now, for all of you who don't know, the highlighted names are people who either it's their first time with us or they haven't been on our open mic list before. Now, when I'm saying highlighted, you may be looking at the white text. And normally there is a lot more white text because it's a lot of people who have been coming week in and week out and supporting and holding this community up. But what I mean by highlighted is the text in the font color of black. All of these people are either new or we haven't heard from them in a while. Laura K. I don't think I know who Laura K is. If Laura, I think this is gonna be her first time. If not, she'll remind me. I'm sorry. Norm Mathematics. Where the hell has he been? I know where he's been. He got a new house. He moved into his new palace, so he's been busy. Tamam Tracy Moncur. If I am not mistaken, this lovely woman is from New Jersey, and she hasn't been with us for like 4 or 5 months. I'm so happy that she's back. I'm excited to see her. Edith Morales, you know, I'm a little hurt by Edith. She slipped out of New York City and moved. Didn't even get to let us have a goodbye poetry session or something. But I am happy that Edith is back. Fantastic poet. V. Allen, Alex Amy Kist, and Hector. I don't know those names. Maybe Hector was on last year sometime. I think Hector has been on. All right, but Alex Amy Kist and V. Allen, I don't know those names. Excited to hear them. Josephine Arden, don't know who Josephine is. Excited to meet Josephine. Larry Richardson, someone who hasn't been here maybe 7 or 8 months. Welcome back, Larry. Kelly McAllister. You know, I keep highlighting Kelly, but I think Kelly is always on Thursday nights, but Kelly's only been on like maybe twice on Mondays. Happy to have Kelly here. And Complicated Passions. He is back for like, I don't know how long this dude's been gone. I am happy to have him back. And of course, I do not want to forget all the people who are highlighted in white. These are a lot of people who are not only mainstays, but they've been here recently, lighting it up. I know Alexander Goldberg is back. He recently returned to us either last week or the week before. And Noelia Cerna. I should have highlighted Mommy to be Noelia Cerna. That's right. That's where she's been. We have to excuse her for that, right? Like that's an okay excuse for missing the Monday night online open mic. Not by much though, all right, Noelia? All right, Noelia, you still got to be here. With that being said, let's stop wasting time. Let's get right into it. Poets, make sure that you open up the chat so that you can see all the nice things people are saying about you. And you can, when you perform, and then, of course, you can say nice things about the other people so that you can put that in there and they can see it. Also, you can change your username on Zoom so that you can include where people can find you online. Again, I'm big on people promoting themselves. Look at that. Like Laura K. If everyone sees Laura K put her handle. Now, I don't know if it's Instagram or Twitter, but we are going to find out when we get to her. With that being said, let's kick it off. Vex Lex is first here. I got to see Vex Lex at this hybrid event. Vex, I hope you're in a good mood. And if you're not, get ahead. This is still the space to be Vex. Let the folks know where they can find you online. And let's hear your poetry, sis. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Advocate. It was fun hanging out with y'all, a hybrid. You can follow me on Instagram at VexLexPoetry. I put it in my little Zoom box. So this poem is called Handle with Care. On January 3rd, 2021, I started a new chapter. You see, I've never really thought of myself as a book worth reading. I started off as a pamphlet that made its way into a newsletter and gradually over time morphed into a short story with great aspirations of becoming a novel. As my page limit extended, my readership slightly grew. So too did the chances of being mishandled. Some skimmed my pages and tucked me away once a better read presented itself. I wished desperately to be rewritten, a first draft that should not have been published, until the woman who would eventually become my sole reader traced her fingertips along my worn spine, dusted me off, and read me thoroughly. At the time, she was not actively trying to find a new book to lose herself in, as her previous one had a story not worth continuing. But she held me and refused to put me down. I could never recall being read for pleasure. Some time went by and our chapter halted until I made my way back into her bookshelf. The story continued, and every day she helps to restore my pages little by little. She sees no need for me to be edited. There are days when I still cannot fit myself into a specific genre, days when I do not find myself to be a reliable narrator. But she has helped me to realize that every book eventually finds its target audience. Thank you.
Woo!
Ooh, unmute yourself. Give it up for Vex
Great
Lex.
start.
Way to
Great
start it
start,
off in
Lex.
here.
Thank you.
Start it off
Go.
nicely written.
Can never recall being read for pleasure. You know, as a poet, sometimes you hear lines and you read lines that are really dope, and you're really pissed off that you heard those and read those lines because you're like, shit, I wish I wrote that line. Oh my God, I love that line. At VexLex Poetry, go give her a follow on Instagram, a mainstay member of this community. Love having her around here. Thank you, Vex. Now we are going to go across the pond, but we're not going to Europe. We're going over to Africa. My man Safongo is staying up super late or getting up super early just to hang out with us. Safongo, I'm trying to unmute you. Did he falls?
Yes,
Oh,
yes, yes, yes.
I got scared for a second. I thought you fell asleep. I know you're staying up super late to be with us. I appreciate that. You had your head down. I was like, oh man, this brother's sleeping. Good to see you. You know the deal. Let the folks know how they can. Let the folks know how they can find you online, and then we ready for your fire, brother.
Peace to the space. I hope everybody's doing fine. I'm Spongo. You can find me on my website, as you can see down there. But tomorrow you can find me on Spoken Word Online. I'll be featuring Spoken Word Online tomorrow. The theme is Voices in My Head. I wanted to share a bit of that tonight, but I don't want to make noise for the people who are sleeping, so I'm going to read this instead. When you hit the reef, when the slow burning rice leaf serves the brain enough THC to make you think that a trip to X videos is worth the risk of programming your nucleus accumbens to respond to the grip of your brick-breaking, dog sweat frustrated hand. When the pendulum swings, when it tightens its grip on you, when the well-rehearsed screams you don't find in your world, you resort to constantly threatening Stefan's bank account. When you realize a poem about marijuana leads to the discovery of the man who owns a site that boasts 3 billion visits a month, but in a room full of 30 people, I not included, no one will admit to a visit a month. But that's all right, coming from a generation that takes avatars personal. I mean, online or on screen, it's not about you. Don't be swayed by other people's narratives. There is nothing there for you. Yours is a unique one. You stick to it, you remain. Losses turns into wins in a jiffy. Failures become lessons. that inspire growth and improvements. You are a God in human form. Your word is the thought. In front of you is the space. Create, creator. Peace.
Create, creator, and give it up for Swallow.
Go ahead, Hunger.
Pangazita.
Let's go. Man, love hearing that dude's work.
I appreciate it, brothers. Like, listen, man, I got people I live with. I gotta respect them, let them sleep. But I got some other fire for you, and I appreciate it. Make sure you go check out his website. It's right there in the bottom of his screen on his Zoom. A mainstay member of this community. Shout out to our producer, Mr. Ron Mark Thompson, for reminding me that I hadn't even changed my name on Zoom. Here I am worried about y'all changing names. Let the people know where to find you. I forgot to put it. Thank you, Mr. Ron Mark Thompson, for having my back. Of course, we are going to hear from him later on, but right now we're going to continue on with the poetry with another mainstay member. We are going to the Beanie God herself, and that is Lizzie Strauss, aka Deadpan Lizzie. Pleasure to see you as always. Got to see her at Hybrid as well. And listen, folks, hybrid in and hybrid out every month. Lizzie's performing, and this month she was like, you know what, I'm here to give others space. We had a lot of people who are from out of town here. I appreciate that so much, Deadpan Lizzie. Let the folks know where they can find you online, and then let's get into your poetry, sis.
Many blessings to you, brother, and our community, and it was a pleasure to not perform and listen to others that I got to bless the space for the first time, because it's such a special moment to take the stage in real life at the cafe. You can find me on IG, ES_Strauss, and it's in my box. I wrote 3 triolets into one poem for the prompt. It's called 3 Chapters. The rain soaked up most of the ugly in 48 hours. With the turn of a soggy page to a dry one, we were able to cohesively create. Pain that lives between the sun and rain clouds may never fully go away. The rain soaked up a lot of the ugly in 48 hours. Those who still cause sadness, we do not have to be snuggly. There may never be A&D strong enough to heal some burns. The rain soaked up a lot in 48 hours. With the turn of a soggy page to a dry one, we were able to cohesively create. If we want to finish our book with content endings instead of traumatic, how do we pen it? Perhaps the power, or when they go low, we go high, takes over our souls, hearts, and most importantly, mouths. Let's fuel our aging selves with leafy green spinach so our stories end strongly and not finished. If we want to finish our books with content endings instead of traumatic, how do we pen it? No one will expect us to figure out the answer within the next hour, 2, or 24, rest assured. If we want to finish our books with content endings instead of traumatic, how do we pen it? Perhaps the power, when they go low, we go high, takes over our souls, hearts, and most importantly, mouths. It will take willpower and dedication to achieve these goals. A hard look at ourselves without sunglasses to shade our vision. It's time to turn sour grapes into cherry wine that will taste better in due time. It will take willpower and dedication to achieve these goals, and well-turned cement to fill a majority of holes. It will take willpower and dedication to achieve these goals, and a hard look at ourselves without sunglasses to shade our vision. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give some energy to Deadpan Lizzie.
That was dope, wasn't it?
Deadpan,
Thank you.
way to bring it, as always. Deadpan.
We call it Deadpan Lizzie because the delivery is deadpan, but the words always got a lot of power. Make sure you go give her a follow. She has curated an anthology. She has published her own book. Go check it out. Deadpan Lizzie at ES_Strauss. All right, next coming up is a man. Oh, wait. Withdrawn, you are not connected to the audio. And if you're not connected to the audio, that means you don't hear me. Oh, he's connected to the audio again. He's back. He's back. Almost panicked for a second. Withdrawn, I'm trying to unmute you. Got to see his big, beautiful face on the Zoom here on the projector at Hybrid. Unfortunately, he couldn't come down to the Lower East Side where he's got family. But it is always a pleasure to hear him on Saturday and not hear him now. And, you know, I slept on you, brother. I kept hearing all like this heartwarming, like vulnerable poems that I forgot to prepare the audience for the wild card. And like straight out the gate, folks, Hybrid started off with like some naughty things, the way the Withdrawn does. So listen, I don't know what he's giving you, but y'all have been warned. Brother, you know the deal. Let them know they can find you online, and then throw us your curveball.
I appreciate you. In my defense, you started it. Y'all can find me at thewithdrawn.com and go onto the bottom of the page. I can find my socials. And this piece is called, Do You Remember Where You Placed Your Bookmark? What if this is my red flag? Where my flight or flight response is preparing for a crash landing. All because that flag actually got caught in the engine. Whatever that means. I'm going to bed from a reality where I tell my therapist I am manipulative. All because I feel bad for saying and thinking that I want the best for you. I don't want to live in space where the lines get blurred between a reason for behavior and an excuse for behavior. Love is accepting you want what's best for you too. Relationships have always called me a teacher, but I never downplayed the experiences that remind me I am just as much a student. I know that I am allowed to cry, to write poems that discuss imperfection and disappointment. You know, I live most experiences twice. Once when I go through them and the next when I write them down. My reflection is larger than admitting we both do deserve to treat me better. But the question is, do I want to go and start writing a new book? Or do I want to stay and write our next chapter? Thank you.
Ooh, the way to draw. Give it up
so
for him.
nice.
Lord,
Ending for
you
me.
do it to him, man. Feeling
Lord.
breath and hearts. That's what that dude does, man.
Oh, yeah.
You see what this man does? He says he loves me. I talk about how he gets all dirty and everything. We're all prepared, like, all right, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And then he rips this out, like, you know, I don't want to start a new book, just want to write our next chapter. Like pulling at the heartstrings. Our wild card, The Withdrawn. Check him out. Check out his website, thewithdrawn.com. Man, can't sleep on him. You never know what you're going to get with this dude. Never know what you're going to get. All right. Let's keep moving. Next coming up is Laura K, who is prepared right now. So you see that she's got her social media below. Laura, first things first, is that for them to follow you on Instagram or Twitter?
That's definitely Instagram.
Okay, on Instagram. Second, is this your first time on the Monday Night Online Open Mic?
It is. I've been watching you guys for weeks and I finally got the courage to join. So I'm excited to share.
That is so awesome. All right, Laura, where are you located? You don't have to say like your exact address, but your whereabouts, borough, city, where are you located?
I'm in the Bronx.
Bronx all day. That is what's up. Laura, we've been doing this for 128 weeks, and you only found us a few weeks ago. Listen, now you know you got to be here every Monday. We also have events at the cafe. There's no excuse. Wait, you're in the Bronx. Have you ever been to the cafe before?
Yeah, I went for your Once Upon a Time in New Eureka debut. It was amazing. I was impressed. It made me even more want to participate. So.
Oh, yes. All right. Yeah, that's your get out of jail card. You've been in the actual cafe. All right. So, once again, let the people know they can find you online, and then we're ready for your poetry. Welcome to Mondays, Laura.
Thanks. So it's Laura_K0603, and that's Instagram. So I haven't stood on topic for these two. I haven't written actually in 10 years. So this is my new chapter, the fact that I'm sharing these two pieces with you. First one is Composer's Composure. Why do you only come alive when you can control the narrative? When you can piece together the lines and pretend you're not the same? You asked, and the question had an astounding ring. I replied without pause as if your solo finished and it was now my turn to sing. It's for the same reason that my natural curls are now waves, overworked and overprocessed. I'm tired of being the same. I want to be here and be able to change my name to Sade and call myself a soldier of love, change my name to Whitney and proclaim your love is mine, change my name to Mary J and count all 7 days. I want to create Uproot what is deep and lay seeds of promise where there was drought. Erase the woman who has circled this tree ×3 in hopes of soaking up some of its youth. Instead, I want to walk circles around you so that you'll never expect the same story told twice and get stuck in the mundane. I want to be what I am not so that you will want to see me for all that I am. And if this is the way, I want it. If this is the form, I'll take it. So that maybe you will allow me to feel in your space, allow me a seat under your grace. I can easily form into someone to take pride in. I can create a story where I'm finally not the villain. Why do I only come alive when I can compose the narrative? You asked. And I know you think it's only so I can freely scratch and claw out the lines so that don't fit your liking. But the simpler truth is as minuscule as opening a curtain to let the light in. The bore of life's day-to-day has a way of dimming its vibrance. And that's the true reason, friend, I'm only alive when I'm writing. This is adornment. Others see the crown atop my head and watch the jewels glisten and gleam in the light, but I focus. I focus the shine so that in the light you can see your own reflection. And though the radiance finds you uneasy, you do not look away, focused on its valuable metals, focused on its timeless stones, focused on the you looking back that does not see yourself adorned. You see what you believe you are not and keep your eyes agaze, and you turn your heart away, indifferent, because you do not know. You do not know how many hands it took to place each stone in its place so that each one had its own price to pay. Mistakes, tears, heartaches, and pain. The young girl who wore no crown would have thanked me today. If only I had decided that I didn't like jewels and that I didn't like gold, maybe then you could look at me and feel love. But I have what is mine, just as you have what is yours. And if an adorned head is my prized possession, I should know better than to polish away my existence, as this won't make you see me different. So I refocus the shine. And I hope it will light my own path. And perhaps each jewel will prove its worth in weight, and I could trade mine to get past this lifetime and out of my own way. What could be if each jewel was valuable enough? Could I allow myself to have it all? If only, but if only, I were careful enough not to let them fall. Thank you.
Woo!
Let's
Laura
go.
K.
Wait a Oh, that's how you bring all of that fire.
Great job.
All of that. And of course you fucked up. You gotta be here with all that fire come through.
We're gonna look for you on the list.
Elemento being loud and obnoxious, giving all that love to the poets here. He's still he's muted in this video. I saw him still going and he was muted. He was still going at it. Make sure you go give Laura a follow at Laura_K0603 on Instagram. Laura, do not be a stranger. You know where we at every Monday, so you need to be here. And you need to come to our live events too, our open mics over here. Make sure that you come through. Laura K, representing the Bronx. Love my Bronx people. All right, now we going down to DC. We going to the man who likes to freestyle before he gives us his poems. He likes to show off that big, beautiful smile of his. There it is. Look at that. That man brushes his teeth like 3 to 4 times a day. I do not know how your teeth look just so perfect all the time, man. You are ready for Hollywood. Ed Poetastic to the stage. Brother, you know the deal. Let them know how to follow you online, and let's get into it.
Sure, no problem. If you want to follow me, please, it's in the chat, so you know where it's at. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother, with words of thunder like no other. We both have to agree. Time won't give me time, and time makes lovers feel like they got something real. But you and me, we know we got nothing but time, and time won't give me time. Ooh, give me time. A new chapter, a new stage, a new chapter, a new age. Let's begin my post as a friend. This is called Sandy Hourglass. Oh, the sands of time. You're such a scary thing. Stealing our prime is a sneaky crime. Only our nostalgic tattoos sing. Oh, time, please don't turn the page. I don't want to change. No more new shade over this decade. No new stage in this complex cage. Oh, time, why can't you be kind? You always flow through our hands. Every time we're first, we are behind. Only our markers nestle throughout the lands. Oh, time, please don't be that way. Memories seem to fade away. Too much time to work then play. Why can't the good times stay? Oh, time, why do you play hardball? Why can't things stay the same? Why must you keep breaking that iron wall? Whatever proclaimed by playing this game. Oh, time, why do you play tag? Why do you run quicker than the flash? Why do you win this, then nag, nag, and nag? Why can't the good days or nights last? Oh, time, why do we have to grow up? Why can't we dream inside our cocoons? Why can't we drink out of our invisible cups? Why can't we travel to the stars and moon? Oh, time, why do you run away? Why can't you feed our hourglass? We hopefully pray every single day. We hope to complete our personal task. Oh, time, could we be friends? Could you stay by our side? Please let's make a peaceful amends. Let's the size or divide that our faulty past has died. Oh, time, it's not your fault. We can never control you. Our stories of glories can't be halt. We can't live, then who? Thank you.
Ed Poetastic, unmute yourself. Give him some energy.
Go, Ed.
Nice. That was dope.
Mr. Ed Poetastic, Ed Foreman on Facebook. You could go connect with him right there. Oh, time, we are so limited on time. It's right. Real quick, I do want to give a shout out. We have a bunch of people in the room who are not even on the open mic list. I'm just going to shout out a few, and then later on I'll shout out some more. But right now, Jenny is checking us out. Listen, we have no idea who Jenny is. And let me tell you, there is like a bunch of us here playing detective. Like, who is Jenny? This person, week in and week out, is checking us out, giving us love. Jenny, whoever you are, I want you to know that we appreciate you and that there is this lore that's being built about who you may be. Also, give a shout out to Nick Austin. I don't believe I know who Nick Austin is, but I see him checking this out. Nick, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Of course, the OG, the true Lower East Sider, Paul Skiff, is in the building. Quickly got to see him at Hybrid this Saturday. He had to come in and come out. True Lower East Sider here, OG at the New York. Love having him. Also, we have someone named Olivia Orlandino. I hope I'm saying your last name right. Thank you for checking us out, Olivia. Veronica Taylor, who is a new mainstay member here. She's been coming week in, week out. She's on the open mic list, but she is checking us out. And last person I'm going to shout out, just for now, I'm going to shout out more people later, Denisha. Week in, week out, Denisha's coming here with us. I think we're doing well because she keeps coming back. I think we're going to continue to do well with this next poet who is fire. She's a beast. I'm so happy that she is here so we can get all of that fire from her. And that is Mommy to be Noelia Cerna. Noelia, lots of love. Congratulations sending out to you. I'm glad you have carved out some time to hang out with us. Let the good folks know where they can follow you online. And then give us that fire. I've been missing you. Hope all is well.
Much love to you, Advocate. What's up, Nuyo? We're halfway through this pregnancy, so yay! I have a new poem for you. It's a little bit calmer than what I normally write, and it's the first time I've read it, so you guys get the debut. This is called From My Daughter. When your father and I chose your names, we chose the first in Persian and the second in Spanish, so you would always remember where you came from, so your ancestors would never be far behind. Parwana for butterfly, Esther after my mother, and a brave young woman whose courage saved her people, because it is possible to be delicate and beautiful and small and unimaginably brave, because tiny, beautiful things can save the world too, and you, my love, are a tiny, beautiful, powerful thing. The way that I would build a world just to keep you safe, just to keep you believing in sunsets and flowers, just to keep you smiling at the sweetness of animals and in awe of the magnificence of trees. But no one becomes strong in paradise, and we must all break. I know too much of the art of putting my heart back together, and I would sacrifice myself to keep you from learning, but you are already tough. That first thumping of your heartbeat that made me jump because of its volume made my doctor smile and say, "She is very strong." I could have told her that. And I remember your father, a refugee from Afghanistan that has spent his entire life fighting evil, who is still soft and gentle and kind, still cries when I do. And your mother, an immigrant from Costa Rica who has spent her entire life fighting demons and is still soft too. And now we both have you. Sweetheart, I do not know what the world will look like when you arrive, but I know we love you dearly, all 5 inches of you. Your father and I have stood on the backs and the bones of our people, and someday you will stand on ours too. Maybe when we're gone, you will finally find the place our hands have collectively been reaching for. Maybe until then, we can offer you a little more than we had. Our people are broken and struggling, and we have spent our lives trying to heal. I do not know who we will be as parents. I know we will fail, and often we are only human. But we will learn as we go, apologize as we need to, and love you no matter what you do or who you become. So dream, little one. Grow, explore, fail. We've got you. No matter how many times the world shows you its light and its darkness, we will never be far behind. We will not be perfect, my love, but we will be our best to show you that even in your imperfections, you are beautiful and worthy of love and grace. And until we see your face, grow, little one. Know for now you are safe. For now, I am holding you. For now, this world cannot touch you. Soon enough, you will be in our arms and we will protect you the best we can. So be you, little one. Be all butterfly wing and wind clap. Be all silk and warrior. Be yourself, my love. It's all you need to do. There is nothing more perfect in this world than you. Thank you.
Woo! Give it up for Noelia, y'all.
Beautiful.
Noelia.
Beautiful cow. Wow.
All that beautiful
One of
energy
us.
you
You're
heard.
so blessed.
Wow.
One of us.
Awesome.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
Noelia Cerna, you can give her a follow at nevertheless underscore Noelia. I think that's right because I lost her on my Zoom box. Yep. At nevertheless underscore Noelia. But now see, she messed up. Now normally I would say you messed up because you got to come back every Monday night, right? But this time Noelia messed up because we know where to find her online, and now all of us are feeling like, I want to be adopted by Noelia. Noelia. So you're about to get flooded in your DMs. We all going to slip into your DMs with adoption papers, all right? Noelia Cerna, make sure you go give her a follow. Noelia, don't go too far. We know you're busy, but you got to come back with us. We love having you. Noelia Cerna, soon to be published through Nomadic Press, by the way, baby. I got a lot of love for Nomadic Press. Make sure you take a look at them as well. All right, let's keep it moving. Next coming up is someone who frequents our Thursday night online open mic and has been doing so for years, and every now and then he dips his toes into the Monday night, and that is Catman Bill. Catman, let the folks know where they can find you online, and then the floor is yours.
Thank you, Advocate. Well, you know, I'm a little light with poetry. My forte is music, and I can be found on YouTube under Catman Bill from Hartford, Connecticut. Thank you. So I'm not so at ease with spoken word, but I'll do a poem that I wrote a while back called "The Woman from Arizona." She insists on showing me her gun, but not before removing a bullet from the chamber over a dinner of pizza and Merlot. Susan is a proud libertarian. She explains that 18 million well-armed citizens can never lose against the overreach of a nanny government destined to oppress the people and seize our weapons. Let them try and take away our guns. She bites into another pepperoni slice. The gun is neatly stored in a cotton bag. It's 9mm Browning. It's a 9mm Browning semi-automatic, and it helps her sleep better in her gated community behind reinforced doors. Do you mind, I ask, if I could inspect the gun? Susan hands it to me, and I feel the weight, the implicit urge for violence in its snub nose. Here, I am a guest in her home, but this night I sleep lightly. Coyotes howl outside in the distance on this parched Sonoran desert. Thank you. That's all.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Catman Bill, y'all.
Nice one.
Beautiful read. Very beautiful read.
Hey.
Hey, not bad for a musician doing spoken word, huh? Catman Bill, check him out on YouTube. Also, you can check him out on Thursday night where you get to hear him string along with his guitar and singing out. And sometimes I see him on Thursday night when someone else is singing along and singing. Like, I'll see him just playing along. So he's got his own little extra concert going on there. Catman Bill, appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. All right, next coming up is, man. Yeah, Nico Diaz. You know, I'm not a fan of Nico Diaz because my girlfriend is such a huge fan of Nico Diaz. She always gets excited when he performs at Zoom and when he comes to our open mic. So here it is, everyone. Nico Diaz. Hi, Nico. Hope all is well with you, brother. Let the good folks know where they can find your wonderful ass online. I see you got a little done up for today. I could just a little bit. Let everyone know where we can find you, Alan, and let's hear that fire, because you always bringing it.
No doubt. What's good, everybody? My name is Nico Diaz. I'm a queer Afro-Latinx poet based in the BX. Got a lot of Bronx heads up in here. That's awesome. Well, before I dive into my poetry tonight, I have a special piece that I prepared. Two things coming up. Tomorrow, or Wednesday, is a Barrio BX book club. I lead a book club at a New Eureka restaurant in the Bronx. So we're gonna have a very special book reading about Don Pedro Albizu Campos, who was a revolutionary and amazing orator down in PR, and just really promoted independence for the island. And then in a few weeks, on 9/28, I am hosting my first ever open mic called Poetry and Oceans. So pull up, it's gonna be great. I'll be hosting, so, grease the wheel. I'll put you at the top of the list, whatever you want. No, I would love it if you guys come out, support, build that poetry community in the Bronx. And my link tree is in the chat in case you want to stay connected. But tonight I'm going to be reading a piece, not by me, but by the founder, Miguel Agarin, whose birthday was September 11th. This past Sunday, the cafe was closed as a result in honor of his birthday. And so he was, an amazing just thought leader when it came to literature. He was a professor of creative writing and Shakespeare at Rutgers, and he led the cafe. So tonight I'm going to read one of his pieces, Not Tonight, But Tomorrow, 1978, by Miguel Agarin. Not tonight, but tomorrow, when the light turns the peach tree green and the earth sprouts its young leaves, looking to repeat the magical mystery tour of photosynthetic conversion of light and moisture into life. Not tonight, but tomorrow, when my body will shed its fear of turning old and soft, will I turn my speeding mind into the tunnels of your psyche, to melt the calcium that constipates your synapses into a lubricating powder. Not tonight, but tomorrow, when the universe moves on beyond the field of action that is the earth to me and you, will I discover the interplanetary clues that signal the roots of my moment to you. Not tonight, but tomorrow, will I throw my feelings into New York streets to stew in the violence and despair of our planet. Not tonight, but tomorrow, will the earth turn green again. Thank you, guys. It's for you, Miguel Agarin, and without further ado, thank y'all. Stay connected.
Thank you.
Nico, you are always
Thank you,
so
Nico. Give it up for
Amazing
Nico.
to do
Oh
that.
my God.
Doing big things.
Love
Respect.
everything you do.
Much respect.
Nico Diaz, you can give him a follow at Nico Diaz NYC. And of course, yes, yesterday was Miguel Agarin's birthday, the founder of the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. And yeah, we closed up shop like in honor of Miguel. So love you, Miguel. We miss you. For those who never got to meet Miguel, man, he was one of a kind. Let me tell you, he was one of a kind. When I talk to people about the era that I came from, when I got involved in the New Eurekan Poets Cafe in the early 2000s, during that era, there was three things that had to happen in order for you to really say you'd been at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. You had to have gotten into a fight with Julio outside. Julio was our house manager, our man running the door. You had to have had our bartender be, say something nasty to you because he always had an attitude, and that was Pepe. Love Pepe. And third, you had to get hit on by Miguel Agarin. I don't care, man, woman, he hit on everyone, all right? This was like his palace, and and I loved it, and yeah, Miguel was freaking awesome. So, nonetheless, thank you, Nico, for reading this poem. Check out Nico Diaz, Nico has a lot of his own fire that y'all need to check out at nicodiaz.nyc. Without further ado, let's get to the maestro, who I haven't heard from in a while. Norm Mathematics. Love this dude. Norm, I hope all is well with you, brother. I am so happy to see you return. Let the folks know where they can find you online, and then let's get into it. I'm ready for your fire.
Here it comes. I'll let you know where I am later. First piece is on point. For real. Flesh and bone poets, much more than beautiful, life-saving, spirit-giving voices zooming out of the ether. Voices sing, snarl, spit, swirl, squeeze, wheeze, wail, cry, cringe, crawl. Words that hum earworm hymnals and dance naptime lullabies. Feelings grow flesh. Layers of epithelial cells contain spirit, like loaded memory. Spontaneous explosions ruin smooth reflections. Knee-jerk responses threaten status quo hopes that superficial return to normal. Let looks continue to deceive. Before commas drop, watch lines break, pages turn, orphans leave to begin the next chapter. Next piece. The golden hour. Our ship is seaworthy because listening to each other is deeper than a kiss. Our silence speaks volumes. We write every muse. Because you hold space for me and my ancestors. We are courageous in your embrace. Because the arch of your foot sandwiched between two warm hands, a perfect fit for my palms. Because when your lips kiss my face, I melt like butter on a short stack of blueberry pancakes. Because when you say pernil, I imagine a cascade of meat falling off shoulder bones, skin caramelized just right. Because you keep a collection of dog-eared postcards sent from other lifetimes that show red circles around missing punctuation, 2 W's where you think I wrote the wrong word. Because you offered me a ride to the train station. A green light was your signal to drive me all the way home instead. Because our ship will sail to the horizon at the speed of a blue-violet sky. The golden hour will always be in front of us because we will never get there. A forever sunset. Peace.
Woo! Mr. Norm. Oh my God. So awesome. So awesome. A wordsmith and a mathematician all at the same time.
And And he's a fencer. Do y'all know that? Norm Mathematics be cutting people up. Make sure you give him a follow. Norm, put all your info into the chat. We've missed you, brother. I hope all is well with you. It's always awesome to hear you, man. Yo, Norm knows his stuff. He is real. I know, like, you know, he was a math teacher, I believe, and he knows his stuff with the poetry. Let me tell you, the stuff that we've gone on at the workshop, like I've had time to be able to talk shop and get into it with him. I love having Norm around. Norm Mathematics. Make sure you give this dude a follow. And he is also has a published book with Nomadic Press. We mentioned Nomadic Press earlier. And he also has a new book out. I think it's less than a year old, Black Calculus. Oh, look at that. He just put it in his Zoom box. Black, I don't know if you were doing that to signal me, Norm, but I was going to it right there. Black Calculus, make sure you look it up. Get it from Norm Mathematics. All right, let us continue on to, yes, I believe I remember Tamam Tracy Moncour, right? Who hasn't been around in several months. I don't know where you've been partying, but I remember hearing you be like, oh, this woman can spit. She knows her poetry. She lights it up. So I am happy to see you back. Am I correct in saying you're from Jersey? Did I remember that right?
You remembered right. Newark, New Jersey in the house. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Oh, yeah. And if I remember right, wait, do you have social media or no? You said you don't. Or you do?
Well, YouTube, I do. If you type my name in, then different things will come up. You know, YouTube, blogs, that kind of thing. Yeah.
All right, people, type her name in. She's awesome. I'm gonna be quiet. Welcome back to Mondays. I missed you. The floor is yours.
I'm gonna do 2 short poems for you. The first one is entitled "The Now." Music roots shoot and spread, finding space and a place to burst forth in sound, freeing soul and spirit. Snare drums roll. The continuum encompasses transition from birth through time spent on earth in search of self-worth. Piano tones, dissonant, atonal, clashing, smashing, fingers running chromatically up and down, messaging urgency. Freedom and collaboration of the arts starts once again to pierce the fierce hatred in hearts, painting over self-absorbed illusions and delusions. The horns wail, firing up the atmosphere in their intensity to push forward into a new reality. Spoken word slices and dices the truth, spitting it out into doses to be absorbed by minds seeking emancipation from the diatribe of the now. And the second one is Patricia's Garden. The tall oak tree, a sentinel, standing guard over the small yard, wards off invasions of mayhem, keeping peace in the inner sanctum. Decorative rocks surround stepping stones that lead to artistic creativity, while small tables and chairs congregate together in camaraderie. The mums sing colors across the garden. Yellow and lavender tones harmonize. Brilliant red petals bellow magnificence in the autumn rendition of a perennial performance. Peace and compassion frolic together, chasing joy between the evergreens. Laughter bounces off the muraled walls as happiness dances on this enchanted fall day. And that's my contribution for this evening. It's good to be back.
Unmute yourselves and make some noise. Give this woman some energy.
Yeah. You gotta find your way back here. I need that energy. I need that energy. Real. Appreciate it.
You heard that? They're like, don't leave us again. Don't leave us again. To Mom Tracy Moncour, go look her up. You can Google her. They've written about her in blogs. She's got some stuff on YouTube representing Newark, New Jersey. You see, I remembered. I definitely remembered. This what I love about this community is that we remember, okay, and we notice. So Tracy, make sure you don't stay too far away. And like we also noticed that Christy Scribbles has been checking this out. Christy Scribbles, I got to meet her and her husband in person at the Hybrid event. Shout out to Christy Scribbles. Michelle Ortiz in the building. We see you too, Michelle. You are recognized. Wait, Michelle, you didn't come to Hybrid. You got some explaining to do. We're going to find out later why you didn't come to Hybrid. Whitney Salgado, week in and week out now, this woman is back, and she is so awesome. She's not only a great visual artist, she's an awesome poet. Even though we've only heard one poem for her, right? In the years that Whitney comes and hangs out with us, she has only performed once. You better sign up, Whitney. We want to hear your poetry. And there she is. Like, I see her. She's smiling. Like, don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me. Is all that in the back of your? Is that you, Whitney? All of your stuff in the back. Look at that. Those of you on Zoom, look at that talent right there. All right. Make sure you go give her a follow. Her Instagram is right on there, okay? Also, Idionga in the building. I just got a message from her. Apparently, she is going to the Caribbean soon. She's living her best life, all right? So, Idionga, make sure you take me. I need a vacation. I'm working so hard, all right? Also, Marcia Rivera is here. The brim down low. We know how Brooklyn does. We got a lot more people in here that I want to get to, but I also want to get to mention, because we have a lot of people who come in and just listen to the poetry, but I want to get back to the list. Keep it moving. I'm going to shout out more people as we move along. Right now, we are going to Mr. Tessa Somok, a bard amongst poets. That's how I describe this man. And listen, don't just because he spends a lot of time writing his poetry, just because a lot of his writing is cerebral, don't sleep on him. This dude has worked on the farm. He is strong as hell. He can throw your entire family to the moon. That's how strong he is. Don't mess with farmers, y'all. Mr. Tessa Somok, a pleasure to see you, brother. Let the folks know where they can find you online, and then the floor is yours.
All right, thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'm going to try doing a little bit of another piece I'm working on. You folks can catch me on Instagram under Gaseous 2019. Advocate, you'll have to cut me off when you feel I've exhausted my time, but I'm gonna jump into Coyote Stumbles Upon Rights. Fade in, exterior, Yahe Eheki Indian School, dusk. Yahe Eheki, or Paris, was the first Indian school in Southern California, named House of the Wind. Hekayotsi had already been there 2 years, and it was started in 1890. That was the name his grandfather had given him before the men from the Indian Bureau Affairs came to take him to the boarding school. Now his hair was short, his cowlick wouldn't settle to the left. He was wearing dress, woolen trousers, long sleeve denim shirt, canvas vest, and very hard sandal shoes. The school now calls him Mateo Costo. He mentioned to Anthony Lubo, another Cahuila boy, that it felt like you were wearing cholla cactus. It was late in the afternoon, and he had earned some rest time for doing all his chores and helping the superintendent, Mr. Marion H. Savage. He loosened his shoestrings to feel his feet. His feet were dangling from the too tall chair, and the writing top was looking like a good pillow to take a nap. As he put his head on top of his hands, he thought he saw a raven and a coyote arguing by the chaparral gully. His face sideways, he kept looking out the window and remembering a story his grandfather would tell by the fire. Fade out, fade in, exterior chaparral gully, night. Coyote finds himself gathering up some dried up wood for the evening fire. He's struggling and complaining since there isn't thick wood amongst the sagebrush chaparral landscape that he inhabits. Raven lands on a whipping willow craggy branch. He sits there, speaking a soft tough ball in his mouth. Coyote, well, are you gonna throw that fire starter down, or just gonna stoically watch me struggle with this sorry ass fire? Raven flutters its wings and descends, dropping the fluff of summer sweetgrass flies back up to the branch, sits there, continues to watch Coyote start the fire, blinks very slowly as if with great effort. Coyote, you know, sometimes I wonder why I hang out with you. Raven fluffs its iridescent cape of dark feathers and bundles up again without blinking. Coyote, yeah, I know, we are two solitary mythic characters from the ancient lore. What good is it? What good is that for us tonight? We are hungry and cold. Coyote manages to strike up some sparks from Tekpat, the white flint stones he collected from the granite bed of the gully. Coyote, how do you like that for a lone, solitary, mythic creature of ancient world? You can see the small fire reflected from the blackness of Raven's eyes. He manages to squeeze out a single eye blink in concurrence. Coyote, I'm going to take that as a sign of approval, you ancient, mythic, solitary creature of the canyon rims. As Coyote continues to feed the fire to get it strong and get the smoke from coming at him, Coyote, so tell me, how was your day? Was it the usual endeavor of emancipatory moral and ethical lessons? Raven sinks his head into his feathery cloak. Coyote, yeah, me too. The boring job of having to trick humans out of their self-boosterism. The road to the underworld is strewn with humans who convince themselves that they and only they have the transcendental truth, but they didn't count on you and me, right? The chaparral begins to rustle, and from out of the shadows, the fire comes out a dark, amorphous figure. Coyote drops to a defensive stance, and Raven flutters its wings in agitation. Coyote, now, this is a gathering of lone mythical folk characters. Who may you be? Rights. Some folks call me Rights. I was traveling to the next uncivilized pack of nomads when I saw your fire, and I thought I'd drop in, make sure civilization had made it here. Coyote, listen here.
Chaz, I'm sorry. You gotta. It's over 4 minutes. I'm sorry, brother.
I got you. You got you.
Everyone, unmute yourselves and give it up for Mr. Tessa Somok. Make noise for this man.
Go, Taz. Every time he rips.
Thank you.
And I love it when he does the storytelling too. Mr. Tessa Somok on Thursday nights. We have an open mic on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. It's hosted by Ray Jane. Y'all gotta check it out. He'll come along and he'll sing. And he does wonderful, but I love it when he tells his stories. Mr. Tessa Somok, make sure you go give him a follow. If you didn't like the fact that we left you hanging, you didn't get to hear the rest of the story, go give him a follow so you could hear the rest of it. Be like, I want to hear the rest of it. Mr. Tosa Somok, you can find him Gashes 2019. He also runs the Facebook group called the Pandemic Poets, which was started about 2 years ago, and a lot of people who are part of our online open mics are part of that group too. You can check it out on Facebook. Thank you, Tez. I appreciate you. I really do love. Like he does his Tez talks, and a lot of people love, and he does the singing. A lot of people love, and like, but I love the storytelling of this man. All right, before we get to Claudia Zomconto, Alexander Goldberg, Iris Morales, and V. Allen, who are our next 5. I haven't seen anyone named V. Allen. V. Allen, if you're here and you have a different Zoom name, make sure that you hit me up. We have had some people come in a little late, so quick. We are about halfway through. Well, we are more than halfway through. This is the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. If you happen to be watching this live or even sometime in the future and you want to know what our Zoom is, the number is right there on the left-hand side of your screen, 279-995-364. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. Look up New Eurekan Poets Cafe on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter to see all of our past online events, as well as tonight's. If you see some stuff you like and you want to rewatch it, you know, of course, I would encourage you to give me a follow. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Advocate of Wordz. When you spell words, that's with a Z at the end, because, you know, hip hop, Bronx, all day. I'm happy to see a lot of Bronx people in the Zoom chat today. Also got some things on YouTube you may want to check out. Real quick, want to let you know that our open mic list is closed. I know a lot of people come in halfway through and they want to jump on because they've gotten so excited. But our open mic list opens 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and it's been filling up quicker and quicker. To sign up, you would visit newurican.org and click full events calendar. After that, you would click on the date that you're signing up for. Next week is the 19th, September 19th, and you would order yourself an artist RSVP ticket, which is the only way to get onto the open mic list. An artist RSVP ticket, and that option doesn't show up until 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. As well, this Wednesday, the Wednesday Night Poetry Slam Open returns. People come and sign up and they compete. The winner is invited to our Friday Night Slam, and the winner of that will get invited into our tournament to see if they could become the Grand Slam champion of the New Rican Poets Cafe. It is a lot of fun. Doors open at 8 p.m. Eastern. The line tends to get long. I'd suggest that you get there at the very latest by 7:30. Always have a lot of fun doing that. As well, this Sunday we return with the Let's Write a Book of Poems workshop. We didn't do it yesterday because out of respect for Miguel Agarin's birthday, our founder, so we will be returning this Sunday, and I got some goodies for this Sunday. Really excited. And then after this Sunday, the Sunday after this Sunday, which I believe is the 18th, the 25th. I believe it's the 25th. We are going to get back into our sessions of editing poems. We have written so many poems over the last several months in this class that we're now going to get into editing. But if you have not joined before, you can join. Even when we're doing the editing, you could bring in poems that you've already written, and we're going to be able to go over editing. I'm so excited about it. With that being said, let's continue because we got Claudia in the building, continuing on with the Bronx. Here we go. I'm trying to unmute you. There she is. There she is. We got to see her. Listen, we do a salsa jam the last Sunday of every month here at the New Rican Poets Cafe right after a workshop, and Claudia was cutting up a rug. I saw her there. I was cutting up a rug with my girl, Mariella, here. But right now, we're going to talk about Claudia. Claudia, let people know where they can find you online, and then we're ready for your poetry, sis.
Thank you. Thank you. Y'all can find me online at cap.writes, CAP.WRITES. I realized this weekend that nobody knows who I am on Instagram because my face is barely there. So this is me. I am Cap. I might start signing up as Cap just to make it easier for y'all, but whatever, we'll see. I have two short ones that are pretty new, and they are on theme. Finally, I've been skipping out on the theme. So here we go. This first one is untitled. I sip wine when I should be packing my bags for emotion on a million, love on eternal, and nothing to come between us but 3 feet of plywood floors. You gave me true love. At fire pits, on bunk beds, in tiny shower stalls, our secret treat turns rebellion. During late night walks with stifled laughs, stargazing, our secret dreams turns tearful passion. Through lunch bells, butterflies, and full bellies, our secret chats turned plans of action. In Polaroids, clotheslines, and beach breaks, our secret figures turned sinners' grounds. While storytelling, wisdom bearing, blurring invented lines, our secret stash turned obsolete. Out microphones, guitar-led marches, naciendo del agua, our secret gifts turned offerings. On quiet hammocks, manhunt nights, and picnic chairs behind Asbury, our secret spot turned tradition. Not everyone can come with you on the next step in your journey. Not everywhere can come with you on the next step in your journey. Hold time, hold fast, pour out another glass for love found, ground lost, and Long Island sound turned Long Island memories. This second one is super short, also on theme, called.
Oh wait, sorry. I unmuted everyone because we're about to give you love. Sorry, hold on. I gotta mute everyone, and now I'm gonna ask you to unmute one more time. Sorry. I was ready. Let's jump on that. Let's jump on that memories. I'm asking you to unmute. Unmute yourself. All right.
Okay,
Go ahead. Floor's yours again. Sorry.
My bad. It's super short. Promise. This one is called Comfort Zones. Stepping out of the shelter of what's known in the pursuit of answers. Into the storm to get what I'm given, accepting I cannot have all I want, accepting that what's mine is outside of this place, traversing past confused stares and broken hearts, deception on my back and comfort far behind. Where I'm headed has no map. Where I'm headed has no respite. There's no hiding from the storm when the rain is what will free me. Thank you, guys.
Woo!
Unmute now. Unmute yourself. Let's clear up for Claudia, y'all.
That was lovely. That was really lovely.
X in the building. Y'all can give her a follow at cap.rights at cap.rights. Claudia, and get a good look at her. That's her. Okay, that's her. Claudia, maybe you need to you know, put like clearer pictures of you on your Instagram so that people can, you know, it's like, no, I like the incognito. I like the incognito. I'm with it. I'm with it. Claudia, a mainstay member of this community who could cut up a rug. Okay. Advocate was about to make us be the people that clap in the middle of classic music moments of the symphony. Sorry, Noelia shot me out. Sorry. All right, let's keep it moving. Next, coming up to the Zoom mic is Zoom Conto. Wait. I lost him on Zoom. Where is he? Ron, if you see him, unmute him. I lost him on Zoom. Oh no, I don't think he's here.
He has been unmuted. He is off camera right now. If you can hear us, put the camera on, Zomkondo. And I'm muting you, but not. He must have stepped away, I guess. No,
there he is.
Something is taking over my computer. I don't know what it is. I can't even open my poem.
All right, hey,
let me fix everything and I'll come back.
Yeah. No worries, brother. We still got a lot of time. All right, we're gonna come back to you. I'm excited to get to Zoom Conto too because he ripped it at the hybrid open mic, man. He shared a very touching poem about his son, and he was in it, and we were all in it with him. So we're gonna get to him in a second. A mainstay member here. Love having this dude on. But right now we're gonna go to Alexander Goldberg. Oh, look at him. Alexander, you look like you're on vacation and you out having fun. Like, I don't recognize your background. You got on like this very festive shirt. I'm loving it. You know the deal, brother.
Yeah.
Let the folks know where they can find you online, and then let's get into it.
Find me online, Alexander Goldberg 35 on Facebook and Gorbensky on Instagram. Today was the 201st day of war that Russia launched against Ukraine, the full-scale invasion, which affected millions of people. But the new chapter is coming. So that is the title of my poem. The new chapter is coming. There is a war. We can't condone it. There is no place we could hide from it. I am the one who's asking questions, and I am having conversations. We're witnessing the people vanish. The background of the war is anguish. It's difficult to live, but surely we'll turn our fears into a fury. Sometimes my eyes are growing moist when I hear children use their voice. There's so much wisdom in their words. Boys spoke to me, and then I heard. I knew that I could end up dead, but maybe it is just my fate. It's tragic, but they still survived. Their lives could turn into an art. The barbarism is extending. It's a new chapter with no ending. I hear the people with their sorrow, but they have goals to live tomorrow. I get back home, but I'm not fine. Their tears are now becoming mine. But nowadays, they have more chances. Jews did not get the same acceptance. Tragedy led to the emergence of the DPs, or displaced persons. The evidence makes up a pile. Next chapter will become a trial. We'll get revenge for the oppression. It will be the source of inspiration for many future generations. And there will be a condemnation. The inspiration is like breathing. There's always hope. There's always living. Forever till the end of time, crave a new chapter. It won't come.
Unmute yourselves and give some noise to Alexander
Yay,
Goldberg.
Mr. Goldberg. Thank you so much, friend. On time with the emotion. Thank you.
On time indeed, Alexander Goldberg, a mainstay member of this community who has recently returned to his brother. It is a pleasure having you back. Had quite a few lines that I like, now their tears are mine. I understand, brother. I understand. Alexander Goldberg. You can find him, Alexander Gold. Oh, you know what? Forget it. He just put all of his information right there on Instagram. Horbensky on Instagram. Alegol15 on Twitter, and Alexander Goldberg 34, I think he said, whatever it is, the links are right there. 35. Make sure that you go give this dude a follow, reach out to him. All right, next coming up is Edith Morales. Let me unmute why didn't you tell us you were leaving? Before we get to this poetry thing right here in front of everyone, family, why didn't you tell? Why do I have to have your brother tell me, oh yeah, she's not in the state anymore?
Man, once I got hired by a job in Tampa, I had 2 weeks to move.
I am happy. It seems from your Instagram, which you're soon going to tell people about so they could go stalk it and be nosy. It seems that Tampa is doing well for you and you were doing well for Tampa. So I'm happy about that. But damn it, we miss you up here. Edith Morales is a force to be reckoned with. You know the deal, sis. Let them know where they can find you online. And then let's get into that fire because I miss you.
All right, I miss you guys too. It's amazing to be here once again. You can find me in Lil Wicked 01_1014. And this poem has no title, and I'm gonna try my best to memorize it for the first time. So here we go. Every moment I endeavor to live by my highest favor. Petitions every night to remain kind, walk in light. Love, even when I can't control how the world unfolds. Hate, treacherous, enslave us in self-limitations. I'm healing on purpose, dismantling my matrix. I make my own way. I'm flawed and I'm fine with it. I'll die at end of day to rise again in the morning. My name is an epiphany. My Ori guides me. I'm grateful for my life. Been blessed with new eyes. I see enemies in plain sight. Yeah, my Yah declared she'll take care of it for me. My healing didn't happen overnight. I became the light when there was no sun in sight. I try my best to live righteous, raise my vibrations, elevate. I'm grateful. The love given and taken away. Little do they know I won't be the same when they look back to look for me. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Edith.
Tell them about that shit. Tell them would not be the same when you look back. That's dope. That's just dope. Yeah. Tell them.
Edith Morales fight. Now y'all understand why I felt some type of way when Tampa got to claim this fire-ass poet. Do you agree with that? Edith's one of us right here in New York City in the cafe in the brick and mortar. So your brother is having his book release soon, right? Like in 2 weeks. Are you coming up for that? She give me the, I got bills down here now. So Edith Morales, go give her a follow. I put her Instagram right there into the Zoom chat earlier. So if y'all missed it, you can scroll up and check it out. All right. I have just been informed Zomkonto is working. His computer is now behaving the way a computer is supposed to behave so that we can get our injection because we are addicted to this man, not just his smile, but his poetry, his humanity. Love listening to him in Zomkonto. Zomkonto, you know the deal. Let the folks know where they can find you online and then light it up, brother.
My Instagram is right on there, and this poem is the theme. If you knew that the words to your life's new chapter. No, let me start again. Sorry. If you knew the words to your life's new chapter fully and were given only one opportunity after to change it, would you? And if everything then turned out fine according to your own design, but as a bonus, the remaining chapters were revealed all at once, would you then weep at unlocking all the mystery concealed? If it perhaps turned out that the changes you made, signed and sealed, polluted the brave survivor you are, whose life evolved to a star out of the moon dust that first had to become the dirt for bricks that built a city out of the scorched earth of its own ruins? And are we meant to be certain at any given time about the texture of the lives that lurk behind the curtain? Or are things that we fear much more beyond the book of our own lives writing itself? That if those fearful things jumped from behind the curtain, they would stop all light from the window from shining through? I don't know about you, but for me, knowing the words to every new chapter would make a world of difference. There's nothing I fear more than new chapters. New cities that spring out of unfamiliar scripts, and now you have to live inside them to catch the drift of their new language, then realize nothing is really new under the sun. The sarcasm, the puns, the new characters that do not wave back during their morning runs, the ones that fly in and out of their houses before you can punctuate an emotion. Like run-on sentences that will keep coming together only because they cannot help being in the same neighborhood of paragraphs, and yet shudder at the suggestion of a period taken to slow down, end their rush to nowhere, and capitalize on new beginnings, new friendships, or new chapters that beg like vultures that I explain all over again who I've become, or the source of my former pain. The ones shocked my story is written different, when all along they hated and said my character hasn't evolved because they had never fallen in love with the plot anyway, but will have you convinced that they love all genre of being, because admitting they only love one thing makes them shallow. So they carve for themselves a hollow world where they appear to be reading in between the lines, when in fact they are blind to new chapters that would suggest otherwise, that their own blinkered themes need to be revised. So knowing the words to every new chapter, for me, would make a world of difference. Not because I do not like people, but because the chapters I've left behind convince me that the world has been conditioned to petition against me opening my mouth to speak in the first place. And that the only reason my life is still being written is that at such rare moments as now, it serves to write about my Black race. Thank you.
Ooh, unmute yourself. Give some energy to that man.
Oh, you were singing all of our songs there, brother. Thank you so much.
Literally.
Words.
Love that
And I
energy.
usually have some words. I don't even have the words.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, did you? What is going on? Zonkoto shutting it down. Listen, y'all, for the who may be new to this community, MJ Blackwell, right? This woman, she is obnoxiously loud with her compliments. She is gonna make sure you hear every syllable of love she throws your way, okay? So for her to be like, I don't even know what to say, then you know you're doing something right. Make sure you go give Zonkonto a follow. And if you look in his Zoom box, that is his Instagram right there. He is fire. Love having this man as part of the community. I cannot wait until he crosses the border and come hang out with us in New York City. And of course, I mean that border up there in Canada, because people forget that we have two borders, man. Okay? Shout out to Zonkonto. Shout out to MJ Blackwell for always giving love. I appreciate it. I got to meet MJ this weekend at the Hybrid Open Mic. So much energy. Love it. Also, shout out to Terry Rose Jertson, who's not on the open mic list, but has been checking us out, who was also at Hybrid this weekend. Got to see her and her husband again. Always a pleasure to see them. Shout out to David Quinones, who's here in the Zoom chat with us. I don't know who David is, but they've been giving love to the poets. I appreciate you. Shout out to Professor Platinum, Doug Silver himself. Week in and week out, this dude is here, whether he's on the list or not. Appreciate you, Doug. I hope all is well with you. And a shout out to Mr. Speaker, who I got to see this weekend at Hybrid as well. You know, that dude is so awesome. I love his energy. He rocked out at Hybrid as well. We got to hear him on the stage at New York. Shout out to Poetic, our brother in Japan, giving us all kinds of love. The good people in Japan know about us because of this dude. I appreciate him. Without further ado, you're gonna get this poem. All right, we're gonna get this poem, y'all. All right, we're gonna get this poem from Lady Siren. She wore the shirt. I love that shirt. You gonna get this poem. We here for it. We here for it. So now, if I'm not mistaken, right, I was calling you by your government, so I apologize about that, Lady Siren. But if I'm not mistaken, this is your second time on Monday night, right? Or you've been on the Thursday night? I have seen you somewhere. Where are you located? You ain't got to give me your full address, but you know the whereabouts.
Of course not. I'm born and raised in Philly. So I do. I host a couple things. I posted a couple online, like IG lives for like Voices in Power. So I, try to network, but I have never had the opportunity until tonight to get on you guys's virtual open mic. So I'm excited.
Oh, that's awesome. I swear I've heard your name before. Maybe somewhere in the scene. Nonetheless, you see how
I'm manifesting stuff out here for myself, so.
It works. Do it. So you see how it is, right? You let the people know they can find you online, and you got 3 minutes to rock your poem. Lady Siren, welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Peace and blessings, everybody. Thank you so much for the energy. Y'all been dope. I am V, but PKA, poetically known as Lady Siren, and you gonna get this poem. I used to. Baby, when I used to love you, there's nothing that I would not do. I went through the fire for you, for you. For you, I damn near killed myself. Your ideals and criticisms had me beside myself, questioning and constantly second guessing myself and whether or not I really valued myself. Because it wasn't hard to tell. In fact, it was increasingly clear that there was a crack in the foundation of our respect. And truth be told, that shit hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, how could these four walls be so pretty and decorative, but house the decay of black mold just behind it? Most are under the impression that if there's no blood and bruises on your skin, then you couldn't possibly be the battered woman you claiming to be. but the hits I've taken emotionally are just as damaging. Your condescending words will periodically beat my ass unrecognizably. Learned rather quickly I had to become handy on a whim anytime you decided to plunge into my confidence, a character with your unwarranted accusations, patching up holes of your insecurities, plastering a facade of happiness to cover up whatever negativity had just transpired between us. Baby, 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 when I used to love you, there's nothing that I would not do. I went through the fire for you, did anything you asked me to, almost. But hell, if I didn't drag myself across the coals and damn near died, nearly burnt myself to a crisp, kissing the singe from your lips after yet another argument. Maybe your love was just a convoluted concept, a confirmed carcinogen, too muddled in toxins to be of my benefit. In the long run, you were no good for me, but I wanted all the smoke. And for more than a moment, I intended to inhale you for a lifetime. But what exactly is the life expectancy of someone relentlessly choking down cancer sticks? But our life, your loving, your crown was lit until your words hit like cigars, unfiltered, filling my lungs with smog until it became a little too hard to breathe. The vision I had for you and I became a little too dark and cloudy. See, my disposition is naturally sunny, and I guess the love had me chained to forgiveness. Listen, I'm not saying it was all a drag, because that wasn't the case. I'm just saying there's no such thing as taking disrespect in moderation. Nevertheless, I was imprisoned, had my heart in hand like a cup rattling across the bars of your love, steadily screaming in the airs of arrows. Please, Mr. Jailer, turn me loose, because I realize that I just don't love you. Not like I used to, and certainly not the way a wife is supposed to. Peace.
You gonna get all this love. You gonna get all this love. Give it up for Lady Siren.
So much.
I'm so humble. Thank you. Please feel free to follow me. It's at Lady Siren. It's Siren with a Y, y'all. If you don't got a Y, it don't apply. Thank you.
At Lady Siren. Every Monday you better be here. All right. We're gonna get you. See, there's only one thing wrong with that shirt, right? You need to put an S after the M. You're going to get these poems. You're going to get these poems. So whoever made the shirt for you messed up because they put a typo in there. These poems. At Lady Siren, go give her a follow. Hopefully a new mainstay member of this community. I appreciate your voice. Thank you so much, sis. You are awesome. Lady Siren. Woo. All right, let's continue on with people who may not be new to poetry, but they are new to this community. And we go into Alex, Amy, Kissed. I hope I am saying Kissed right. I don't know if it's Kiss or if the T is silent. Oh, no, the T isn't silent.
You're good. Yeah. Alex, Amy, Kissed. You're right.
Awesome.
What's up, y'all? It's been a long time. I used to come into Neo when I lived in New York like 5 years ago, but it's really great to kind of rejoin the community.
So this is your first time on the Monday night. Okay, I wasn't sure. I just wanted to make sure because the name seemed a little familiar. All right, awesome. So where are you located? Again, we don't want a specific address, just whereabouts.
I'm in Riverside, California, so way far from y'all.
Left coast. Okay.
Yeah. But you guys can connect. I just dropped my info in the chat. Would love to kind of build more community with y'all because this has been wonderful.
Awesome. So y'all see the info right there. Alex, welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic. The floor is yours.
All right. This is called Sand. Here, I am crying. Here, my nose is filled with too much sorrow to breathe, and the air conditioner sighs loud enough to make my heaving masked, and my partner holds me as if I am here, but I am so far away. In reality, I'm climbing a sand dune, But the sand swallows my ankles as I struggle, and the wind forces me back, and a speck of sand blows into my eye, lingering on the pupil just long enough for me to see it is not a speck, but a planet. And as I blink it away, I wonder how many steps it would take for me to wear a crater onto this world. There, perhaps my steps hold more gravity. Perhaps my purpose is felt with each footfall. Perhaps I could make an impact in so little time, something large enough to see, not from a telescope, but from the human eye light years away. Perhaps I will carve a replica of the moon on this grain of sand in my sadness. Perhaps in this moment, I can pretend that my feet move toward more than just the end. No, let it be here. Let it be here that I can turn my feet to bulldozers, turn my weight into intention. Let me intimidate the earth with each impression of my shoe in the dirt. Let me forge my own crop circle as I am my own unidentified object floating through this world and wrecking shit, or rather making chaos and beauty meet. And not just meet, let me take chaos and beauty and set them up on a shitty date that becomes a not so shitty date, that becomes a day full of laughter, that ends in a hurricane. Let them sit in a storm cellar, continuing to cackle as trees fall and homes are remade into resilience and new beginnings. Let them think the world is ending as I do, and let them laugh a little more. Look, all I'm trying to do is convince myself that moving toward the end is okay, okay? So let me hold my breath for a moment, pretend I can pause before I accept this, then let my pace quicken. And most of all, let each step echo until it sounds like laughter. Let my feet turn to mouths that find humor in my pace, that find humor in how quickly I move, even knowing I am headed toward the end. For the end is only followed by a sequel, and I know I will have mine, I know.
Whoa, mute yourselves, give Alex some love.
That's like some
That was fire.
eerie spoken word. That's beautiful.
Impact, boom from the cannon.
That is powerful.
Definitely.
Thank you, y'all.
Every line.
Alex, Amy, Kiss, go follow them on Instagram. Is that Instagram or Twitter? Instagram 1, Twitter 2. Instagram? Yeah, that's Instagram. Okay, Alex.Amy, A-I-M-E-E .kist, K-I-S-T. Go give them a follow, and every Sunday night, go slide into their DMs and be like, you signing up for the Monday Night Online Open Mic tonight, right? That's what you're doing, right? Oh, what, you going to Save the World on Monday? Screw that. Save the World on Tuesday. On Monday, you're coming to share your poetry. Alex, Amy, Kiss, welcome to Mondays. You a fire. Woo! I've been enjoying tonight. We still got about 6 artists to go, all right? So we are not done. Make sure that you're following these people. Make sure that y'all are following each other. You know, every Monday I want you here with me, but I understand that, you know, you want to venture out into other things and you can't always wait for every other Monday. So this is why we build community. So you find out what other people are doing, because we got a lot of people who are doing amazing things, right? And if you can't wait for Monday, on Thursday at 9 p.m., Ray Jane hosts the Thursday Night Online Open Mic. To sign up for it, again, 24 hours before the show. So her show is on Thursday at 9, which means you can start signing up on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. You can sign up for the Thursday night. And they don't do any poetry things, but you can do poetry and you could do comedy and music. It's a whole lot of fun. Monday night is the circus with me, because like I'm nuts and crazy. And Thursday is therapy to recover from that. So just to let y'all know. So again, I don't do all of this by myself. Of course, as y'all know, I always mention that RMT, Mr. Ron Mark Thompson, is producing, always in the background helping me out. Brother, why don't you unmute yourself? Let the people know what you got going on. RMT, yeah, you know me. You down with RMT? All right, I'm not going to rap. Ron, the floor is yours, brother.
All right, thank you very much, Advocate of Words. It's my pleasure to be here on Mondays, helping out on the back end. I want to give a big shout out to everyone who came in person to the open mic, which Marissa Prada and I co-hosted at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe this past Friday. We got to meet many of the out-of-town poets and many newcomers as well, so that was great. And I have hosted open mics in person before the pandemic with my organization, but this summer has been great because I got to host for the very first time at the block party in the New Eurekan Poets Cafe and this past week inside the cafe. So I really appreciate everyone. Also, thank you everyone for coming to the hybrid open mic, to the karaoke, and at the cafe and the poetry festival on Governor's Island, which was great. Younger, I got your message. I'll send you the photos. It was so great to have you there as well. And shout out to MJ Blackwell. I've known you since earlier this year with my organization Bronx Art and Fun Up. It was so great to finally meet you after all these months in person. So that was great. All right, in the chat, I put how you can find me at Ron Mark Thompson online, and my organization BXAFH, Bronx Art and Fun Up. I do not have events scheduled with my organization this and next week, so I'm going to give a shout out to Zom Konto. I don't know if he mentioned that earlier when he read, but he is featuring tomorrow at Time to Arrive open mic. It's online in Zoom. I put the link to the Facebook information where you can get the link. Zom Konto, I'm very proud of you. As you always say, stay inspired. I really appreciate your inspirational messages you give to me and the others. So that's cool. All right, enough of me. Coming up next is Hector Castaneda. I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. It's been a while since we've seen you here at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I'm glad you're back again. Tell everybody where we can find you in addition to your wonderful Instagram handle that you have displayed, and then go ahead with your 3 minutes. The floor is all yours.
My name's Hector Castañeda. You can find my Instagram at dogdaysrover_HectorC. In that bio link, you'll find a whole bunch of things. Basically, my book, Strange Alchemy, is out now. Feel free to cop that. It's multimedia. It's got writing prompts, poetry, song lyrics, photographs. You got it. So this is native tongue, Ñañú/Otomi. Can I be spotlighted, please, if that's possible?
I can spotlight you, but we're already doing it on the back end, so, but hold on, I'll do it for everyone. So go ahead.
I hear my ancestors' native tongue for the first time. My eyes swell an ocean of history, colonial ships landing ashore, craving gold, craving blood, craving ichor, a story decaying in memory, a collapsing skull speaking through rotting teeth. Hearing this erased gospel, my body remembers forgotten lullabies. My body remembers forgotten lullabies. Body knows this language was butchered to near extinction. Who'd hunt a tongue in pieces? Who'd labor a decolonized expedition for every puzzle piece? As a child, I was fascinated by veins beneath my tongue, like roots searching for surviving language to overgrowth every colonizer's lexicon. 1. English felt like prickly syllables, micro tongue cuts, reason why I break its colonized rules. 2, Spanish felt more like answer, but it was colonizers' false gilded God. And 3, I'm aware of 1 and 2 every time my family encourages either language. A dentist told me I was tongue-tied, so I stretched out my tongue, or rather I started expanding my roots, started studying the blood evaporated by history. We didn't forget this tongue. It was yanked from the root, thieved from the hollows of our throats. I was born mestizo, a molcajete, mortar and pestle of Spanish and Otomi, born both colonizer and colonized in my DNA, born war zone of blood and jaw and genocide and throat and erasure and tongue. I relearned my ancestral people, Otomi, was just another colonizer's nickname. Their true names, Nyanyu and Nyuhu, sound like poems encapsulated in a single word, like seed with entire ecosystem inside, awaiting, unlocking, 300,000 souls strong, tongue rare except in my grandmother's mouth. Memory I learned through a screen and not linking hands or exchanging eyes or dancing tongues in communal tandem of meal and song. But these words are seedlings, germinating spark growths, still learning this tongue and its genocidal history of derooting. Maybe I can plant new cornucopias in the wasteland hollow of my jaw, even if those who cultivated seeds before me still struggle today to remember the history pruned from their bleeding intergenerational mouths. Thank you. Book Strange Alchemy is out now.
Get his book and give him please everyone give a big round of applause to him.
Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Come on.
If this was live, I would have threw my shoes.
That was dope.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Hector. Thank you, Hector. Please follow him online. He has his information there. He's going to paste it in the chat again. So glad to have you back here. Such a powerful poem. Really appreciate you. Keep coming back. We want to keep hearing from you. Thank you, Hector. All right. I do not see Unmesh in Zoom right now. Unmesh, we always love to hear from you. If you're listening to us on Facebook or YouTube, come on back to Zoom. Also, while I'm at it, Larry Richardson, who is coming up in a few minutes, I also don't see that name. If you're under a different name here, let us know in the chat. So in this case, we're going to then jump to Josephine Ortin, or in Zoom here, Josie Ortin. And here we go. And Josie, I know I've seen you like one or 2 weeks ago here, but is this your first time reading for us, or have you
I'm reading, yeah, but I've been watching for a little bit.
I love it. You know, I'm the same way when I go to other open mics. Like, the first time I sit, like if it's in person, I sit in the back. You know, if it's online, I'm like, watch, and then, you know, I get inspired and then I sign up. So I'm glad you got the courage to sign up for us. Please introduce yourself to everyone and then go ahead with your 3 minutes. It's all yours.
Okay, I'm Josie. I'm on the border of Crown Heights and East Flatbush. I'm a farmer, so yeah. I'm just going to go into my poem. I met you here to say, losing you is like getting lost in that old Navy when I was little. Hiding in that circular rack of clothes, I am a ghost. Like the photos of you sticking your head out from behind the grave. Even in death, you make me laugh. In my childhood logic, I don't respond to intercom announcements, even if they are looking for me. You panic like I do when I forget to mute myself on a Zoom call. Like when I sleep through my alarms on the morning of the trial, when we're leaving for sleepaway camp in 1 hour and I haven't even started packing. The store manager, wearing the chunky headset, finally parts the curtain of jeans, and there you are, and your face is angry, and I giggle as if I were never even scared. My mama would never leave me on purpose. That's what my dreams are like. You are with me, alive in that sleepy world between dinner and work. You apologize or make some stupid, self-deprecating joke. I don't laugh now. Sometimes we talk. Sometimes I yell. When I wake up, you are gone. But I met you here to say, you are the reason I panic when my texts go dark. Our matching tattoos on the umbilical cord between this side and yours. I will lose hope for a happy ending, for dreams of both my parents in one place. I will lose days filled with drive-thrus and window shopping, hot, too sweet coffee in bed on a summer morning, getting dropped off after a week-long camping trip with my dad, the comfort in knowing you will talk shit with me about my lousy high school boyfriend in the parking lot of a Panera over a bowl of broccoli cheddar soup. I will lose boxes upon boxes of my belongings to your late husband's estate. I will realize one day how little I would need them, but how much I would need you.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Josie.
Hey, right.
One of us.
Like, yo, y'all just bad the fuck up. Everybody got to come back. Like, come on.
That's it, Josie. You heard it. You one of us. Josie was trying to be in the background, be like, I'm just gonna listen to some poetry. I'm gonna slip in, do some poetry, slip out. Nope, you one of us. Now you gotta come back every Monday night. Josie, welcome to the family. Good eye on Ron Mark Thompson, because I've been picking up Josie, checking this out too. And I wasn't sure, because like sometimes we get Zoom bombers. I don't talk much about them, because the more you talk about them, they're like, oh, we're getting noticed. We're gonna keep doing it, right? So Josie had just this awesome cat picture as their avatar. I wasn't sure, but like, and a farmer. You know Josie kicks ass. Farmers are strong as hell. Josie, great poem. Please come back. Please come back. Also, shout out to Hector as well. Welcome back. Hector, I think it's been like several months, maybe 6 months, a year since you've been here. Been a long time. Welcome back, Hector. And real quick, I'd like to unmute everyone so that we could give love to Ron Mark Thompson. Unmute yourselves and give some love to this dude, y'all.
RMP.
Love you, Ron.
Love you, Ron.
Let's go. He does so much work behind the scenes at the Newry Compose Cafe, and he got no sleep this weekend because he had to do an event for us here on Sunday morning and then do the Poetry Festival. And then Saturday he did the Poetry Festival and did hybrid and karaoke. And then he hosted his own open mic here at the New York on Friday. Like, I know I just did everything in backwards time, but y'all understand what I'm saying. This man got no sleep and a lot of work, Ron. We appreciate you very, very much. And even though MJ Blackwell is muted, she is yelling at her screen, we love you, Ron. We see the work you do. I love it. I love MJ Blackwell. All right. Sorry, Umesh Mohitgar isn't here. He is awesome. I hope all is well with him. I don't see Larry Richardson here. Larry, if you ever see this, you used to sign up often and never show up. And then you sign up again and don't show up. Wherever you are, Larry, we hope you are well. So, but that is okay, because the next three poets are all kinds of fire. And starting off with Raw James. Love having this dude in the community, not only because his beard is fire, not only because his speaking voice is fire, but his poems are fire too. Bro, my man, don't shake your head. Don't give me that humility shake. Like, no, it's not true. It's not true. Look at that. You too. You got that great smile. Colgate needs to be hitting you up to be starring in their commercials, man. All right, Roll. Let the good folks know where they can find you online, and then we ready for your fire, brother.
Well, I'll put that in the chat. I'm shaking my head because I'm like, what the hell did I do to you in a past life that you're loving me up like this? So I'm taking it, though. I'm taking it. All right, family, what's up? Good to see you all, and welcome all the new poets and the ones that haven't been here. Life happens, so, we kind of flow in and out, but I don't think you can ever leave the cafe. So, once a cafe, always a cafe member. Anyway, I got one piece. It's a working piece. I figure what a great audience to bust this out on you guys. I don't even know the flow, the rhyme. I'm just going to read it. You guys do with it what you will. It's called A Stirring. In the beginning, when there was only a hint of something, first thought drove atoms to collide, spewing the destructive forces that form the night sky. I was there to guide the emptiness into substance from the dark of nothing. Everything emerged to wipe away the sleep from mother's eyes. As her breath inspired movement into the streams, crawling to a new dawn, gills and fins morphed into walking on forward, carrying the burden of existence. I was there. Light's volcanic eruption out of the nothing to carry the burdened heart of both beast and fowl, as it ushered in the blueprint of design chaos from the wound of order. Grunts migrated to sounds, to vowels, to consonants, laying the foundation for words that bridge our individual collective experiences. Dazed and confused like a lost, nervous child, we wandered the desert of death shadows, crying tears of ignorance, blurring the light, blinding the oasis within the discomfort of growth. I was there. I am here now. The phoenix is stirring to awaken humanity's ascension out of the ashes into the alchemy that goes beyond duality's hold. An invitation to release old perceptions in this age of information. And like past ages, there is no predestined cosmic plan, for you are the architect of your transformation, to shine brightly in truth as first light once did, a lighthouse of hope to guide our soul's beauty past the jagged rocks of ignorance and indifference. For we are the answer to the question. The divine stirring inspires everything from nothing to surrender to the moment of Yah's breath. I am here. End of poem.
Ooh, that's that.
Divinity.
Bro.
Always
Why you
going
thought you had to
smooth
test
with
it
it.
out?
Yeah.
Good. Good. What's the question?
Got that good bubble on it.
You know the
I'm just practicing. Yeah, I'm just did this little old thing. I'm gonna dust it off. It's just this little thing, not a big deal. Roll James, y'all. Powerful man, powerful voice, powerful poetry. We're very fortunate to have him in our community. Roll James, he is a mainstay member here, and like he said, yes, you know, I've heard a lot of people say, you know, life is life in of times, and we all go through it. So I appreciate all y'all if you take a step back and then you come back here with us. We love it. Raw was here for a while, and then he slipped out for 2 weeks. I got worried. I was like, no, come back. Roll James. Roll, I don't know if Raw's got a social media. Yes, Raw? No, yes. If you do, make sure you put it in. Oh, he just put his link tree into the Zoom chat. Y'all make sure you go give this brother a follow, a mainstay member here at the community. All right, we are down to our last two poets, and we are going with someone who is I've normally or mostly see on Thursday nights. Wait, where's Kelly? Where's Kelly? Kelly McAllister.
I just saw a chat message a few minutes ago. She had to run, unfortunately. She had to go.
No, listen, thank you, Ron. Listen, Kelly McAllister is fire. Normally, Kelly rocks on Thursday nights. I was excited to see their name here for tonight. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get to here, but it's all right. Go check out our Thursdays. You can check out our past Thursday nights, which is on our YouTube, so you can see how much fire Kelly is. I hope all is well with you, Kelly. Next time, hopefully, we get to hear you. All right. So that means we are now going to a voice that we haven't heard from in a while. Samuel Rain, better known as Complicated Passion. This dude is smooth, got the awesome hat as well. Loving that hat. Y'all are looking good tonight. Y'all are smooth tonight. This brother is looking good. He is smooth with his words. Haven't heard from him in a while. I hope all is well with you, man. Welcome back. Let the folks know where they can find you online. And then the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you can find me at dark_man_blues on IG. I am Samuel Rain on Facebook, and my website will be up October the 1st. It is darkmanblues.com, and so I'm gonna get right into it. So it's been a while since I've tasted beautiful, arousing earth tones, sheepy black coffee in my mornings. Her essence flows through me. I tell her she's that preview to my pain, who we love hard. Have you ever felt a black rain? I could never let her go. She tells me the same when she says, I'm your fiend, dark man. She's off the chain. Called me the Mackin game. I'm just hungry for her love. I show her. We all flow differently. Some of us flow rhymes and call it therapy. She said my words got waves, so I took out my pen like she asked me. She said, write into me and make it nasty. Now she knows I would read her. It felt good discovering myself. True story, this past forgotten, these ancient memories feeding my soul. I wanted more, and she was giving, inviting me like home. She shared her emotions, leaving echoes on wall paintings. I spoke her name. She's dark girl magic. It wasn't her appearance I fell into, thinking this what makes me. She was that dare I needed, I had to. She spoke her mind, and I don't mind the inner beauty moves me. I could taste the hunger. After all she's temptation, dark girl, I'll be loving you with all of my senses. Not just the 5 dimension, my 360 coming in dimensions, encompassing, if I were making love, I would inhale the scent of you like the sheets do. Take your breath away like a silent movie to be deeper into you. You singing to me and I come alive. The fire in your body engulfs the depth of my soul and I feel you like music. Now, Norican Poets Cafe, you can call me what you want, but love me like you're insane. Don't water down your affections. Give in to me like you want these directions. Let me set the fire inside of you. Now, imagine what I'm going to do. Feel me, touch me, tease me just a little. Let me in deep. I'm that complicated freak out to get it. Embrace my dare. Let me hit this right here. I'm that number 9, zodiac sign, Sagittarius. Thank you.
Complicated. Tell them about that.
Daddy language.
The other side of the motherfucking pillow. I'm telling you. That goddamn is
Got some pillow talk to end the night there. Complicated Passion, Samuel Rain. Brother, it is good to have you back. Thank you. I hope all is well with you. I hope you are going to stick around these parts for a while as well. Love having you around. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. During the pandemic, we were forced to go on to Zoom. After the pandemic, for many people in the world, Zoom felt like this triggering thing and everyone wanted to run away from it. We do this open mic for 2 hours and some change, right? We're just a little bit over 2 hours now. And what I am noticing is that we are keeping 2/3 to 3/4 of our audience for the entire event. People don't just perform their poems and leave. They stick around. And I think that says a lot about this community. Listen, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm a detention whore, right? So I'd like to take all of that credit, but I can't. We have such an awesome community. Tonight was fire. I thoroughly appreciate all of y'all. I hope I see y'all next week, Monday. And if you're unable to make next Monday, please know that you are always welcome back here. I think tonight showed it that we had a lot of people we haven't heard from in months and they come back. I hope that y'all know that y'all welcome here, like Samuel, like a lot of people, like especially our new people. And also, like I said, people who haven't been here in a while. To Mom Tracy Moncourt is still here. She's like, Newark is gonna represent to the end. All right, we missed you. You've been noticed. I want you guys to know that you have been noticed, you've been heard, you have been seen, and I am so happy to have y'all back. Listen, I love doing this. So, and I'm able to keep doing this week in and week out because this community. So thank you so much for sticking around. Of course, check out nuyorican.org. We have so many things going on here at the cafe and online. Please check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Advocate of Words. Thank you for listening to my mouth all night long. And this is why at the end, we have one of y'all close it out for us. You've been listening to me all night long, and I'm big on this being a community. So we always end with someone different from the community, and we're going to end with a voice that we haven't heard from tonight. I haven't heard from in a while. And listen, you know I'm in a good mood if I'm going out to Wisconsin. As a Chicago Bears fan, I'm going out to Wisconsin to end it. But this person is a beautiful soul, and she is always checking us out. So Whitney Salgado, please, Whitney, take us home.
Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for sharing what you've written. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Good night, sweet poet. May your dreams be as imaginative as tonight's poems. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for inviting the spirit of Miguel Algarin into your home. This has been the Monday night online open mic presented by the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, hosted by Advocate of Words. On behalf of the community tonight, I, Whitney Salgado, would like to say good night, sweet poet.